let me come across to you as well, and I'll get a microphone to you. Share your experience, what you've been able to do differently, what's working, what are you prioritizing now?
Well, I'll bring some diversity in. I'm not from IIT Delhi. So I think I break the mold there on the discussion thus far. So I'm in finance. So I head finance for Jubilant. And a lot of times when I entered my career early on, and I spent a large 2 decades in Unilever. It's known for its great policies and a lot of practice on gender. I think I've been privileged to work in that organization, right? But there are always these biases of roles that they believe women can do or not do, right? And I've seen that in various parts of my career, right? I did 11 roles in Unilever over the 21 years I was there, and I was just thinking when I was coming here that I had 11 bosses, and only one of them was female in my entire career, right? In a company which is...
in a company that has consumers as diverse as India, yes.
And it just meant that there were no women at the senior level. They would come and they would leave. And there were roles when these conversations like Rajesh spoke about, where I was one of the recipients of one of those conversations, when I put my hand up for a very challenging role. And very early in my career, while it was open, and I had to be placed, and I was still not placed as a management trainee, they moved things around and they moved me to a different procurement role, and not because they felt it was very long hours and maybe she can't do it. And I was just getting in, right? So I knew I was competent, I had the right qualifications in.
And they didn't ask you?
They didn't ask me, they just changed things around. And I said, and the person was already posted to something else. They just moved him and they moved me to his role. But 15 years later, when I put up my hand for something very similar, and I think it's with good intent that the bosses always ask those questions, right? That, do you think you can manage? What is the ecosystem that will support you? And I had to justify saying I have an ecosystem, I've planned it out, I can manage my child, etc. So I think what I do now is I ask the questions even which my women team don't ask sometimes. Because I feel that I should tell them my story, and I should ask them, do you have these constraints in your mind? And I think we spoke about barriers, and there are many barriers. So how do you create that infrastructure? How do you create that safety, right? And those are the barriers. Honestly, those are the unconscious. It's not about the hard work. It's not about, do I think I'm capable of doing it? It's about saying, can I navigate this system? And the more role models they see, so I have people when I interview, they say, you're the first CFO, women CFO we have ever interviewed with, like, in a decade, right? So I think having more people out there, having more examples, and putting yourself out there to give those examples, sharing your vulnerabilities, sharing that you're not alone. I think there's this book on Lean In where you say you think you're unique in what you're going through. You're not. You're not that unique. I think sharing stories, creating the ecosystem, changing organization structures, which we do, to make it easier for women to navigate it, is what we can really do.
What's the one change that you brought about at Jubilant to ensure that you change the culture?
So one, of course, we work harder to get women in, because maybe I'm biased there, but it is a positive bias, I feel, for a positive change. So we do push to say, can we get women in? And a couple of times when women have come and said, I need to move, I just got married, I need to move cities. And so I say, okay, it's fine. We'll find you a project. We'll figure out another role for you, right? But for me, I value you. You bring a lot of inputs in. We're a large organization. We can manage it. So I think I also, as a finance person, I can manage the budget a little better. So I do have more leeway. But having said that, a supportive ecosystem does help.
No, and I think that's very, very valid. As you pointed out, it's easier to let someone go. It's harder to get them to stay. But that's the battle that each one of us has to fight. And especially as women leaders, I mean, also as male leaders, but I think especially as female leaders, we need to fight that battle to ensure that women don't find it easier to opt out and harder to opt in. I think that is very, very valid. Well, thank you very much to each one of you for joining us here at the CNBC TV 18 Future Female Forward Town Hall.